I'm sorry, y'all. I play too much. I play way too much. If you make fun of my laugh, come to fire. Anyways, but welcome back, TTP. Once I figure out how to make the P, we'll get that in there. You feel what I'm saying? But welcome back, lovey doveys. We back at it again. Y'all gonna see me sleep. This is my real hair, y'all. I'm about to be a menace. This is my real hair, y'all. Look how she's growing. And y'all know before I used to fry, dye, and toss my hair to the side, honey. Even though I'm a hairstylist, it's so bad. It's not like I was doing it on purpose, but sometimes I was going through it and I was like, okay, new color, who it is? Or I just, once every other year chop all my hair off because I was like, okay, I've done put too much color. Curls ain't popping how they used to. Time to let her go. And then I go to finger waves and I permit, which I had no business doing. Absolutely zero. Absolutely. That one I regret a little bit. But I probably won't be doing it again for a while. Maybe I'll have like a midlife crisis in a couple, like, decades or something. Like, you can turn, I don't know. Sorry, y'all. This cold been treating me real bad. Very bad. I don't know why this hair want to flick outside. We'll eventually get to talk about what we're supposed to talk about today. But really, what we're supposed to talk about today is self-love, honey. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in the Valentine's mood. It's Valentine's Day almost. Valentine's might pass me again this year. Who knows? I cannot say. That's what the forecast is telling me. But it's okay. If you're in the same position as me, I'm here and I love you and you love me and we love each other. And through this phone. And that's all that matters. Heavy on through this phone. Okay? But I'm trying to, you know what they say, when you feel like you look good, you feel good and you do good. When you feel how you're supposed to feel, then you feel like doing what you're supposed to do, okay? So, step 1 of loving yourself more is paying attention to yourself. I feel like a lot of times, like on a more serious note, see how I just did that? Anyways, but I feel like a lot of times on a more serious note, we don't always take the time for ourselves. You know how we're supposed to, and we're just going through our day, going through the day. And that doesn't mean you don't love yourself at all. Because I love me. And this is the first time, not the first time I wore makeup in a while, but I feel like, and you don't have to wear makeup to feel like your best self. When I say feel like your best self, I'm talking about just changing from like maybe sweatpants and like a crew neck every day to maybe a crew neck and some leggings. And then you slowly progress from there. And it's not just about like anybody's perception of you, it's more so about your perception of yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you are trying to hold yourself to a higher standard in your life moving forward, it's always important to start to envision yourself in the position that you want to be in. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be a 6-7 figure earner, okay, ain't nothing to go to the thrift store and find some cute slacks, some cute, office wear vibes and make it your own. And the best part about it is cost efficient. You feel what I'm saying? If you're not trying to break the bank and if you're just trying to experiment, if nothing else. Obviously, like, those are also, it's a privilege to be able to just go up in there, even if, you're low on funds. You feel what I'm saying? So, don't take too much from people that actually need it. But if you are looking to invest in yourself, that's a great way to start because you're not breaking the bank, but you also get to explore your creativity a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like also another thing in not just your outward appearance, but just taking care of your daily maintenance. I feel like a lot of times, as like humans, we feel like we let ourselves go when we just haven't gotten back in our element in a while, or we just haven't been sticking to a routine that helps us feel like our best selves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I feel like my best self because I know I have certain things that go on in my body that I have to have certain supplements to help me, where I lack. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, for me, I know I have like really bad stomach sensitivities. I guess you could say PCOS, but I haven't been clinically diagnosed with that, so I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? But I know what be going on for my body, and I know what helps me is drinking like a shot of apple cider vinegar diluted with water so you don't, you know, mess up stuff in you know what I'm saying? But yeah, dilute with water, you can get ulcers. So dilute it, and don't drink straight apple cider vinegar, please. Please. I've seen that. Please let your organs rest, okay? Help them, don't torture them. Another thing, I also love liquid chlorophyll. It's really good for bodily odor. Um, Me personally, I'm a former athlete. I used to sweat a lot. Sweat a lot. And being an athlete, when you're super active, like you don't want to feel like you're smelly. So I started looking into more holistic because my sensitive tummy, I don't like taking medications if I don't have to. That'll be the last thing I do if I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? So I find that drop of liquid chlorophyll, like I think like 8 ounces of water, once a day, helps regulate my digestive system, make sure everything's flowing properly, and making sure their toxins that are in there are being cleared out, which just help my other organs a little bit, like my kidney, also because the kidney helps remove toxins out of the body. So and just other parts, like just do your research, see what works best for you, um, and just learn to understand yourself better through that. Like, as much as I speak heavily about having spiritual balance, it's also very important to have balance in the physical as well. Balance all around is the goal. Okay. Another little hack I have for the sensitive tummy committee. If you like L-glutamine, you'll have to search that up. I'm not about to describe it because I'm not going professional. I don't want to get caught up. So go research L-glutamine. I like to put a scoop in my smoothies. I'm trying to get back to drinking my smoothies once a day, but just um, really great for your digestive health also. And the smoothies in general just really great when you have the right berries and fruits for antioxidants, really great for your skin, energy, digestive, all that. You feel what I'm saying? So just small changes in your diet could make the world of a difference. Because you can be working out all the time and feel like you have to work out more. And it's not, if you feel like the progress is not where it should be for what you are putting in work physically, you might want to check in where your diet is at. Where are you putting into your body that your body is having to do extra work? Ergo, you having to do extra work to clear out. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, not only the physical though. Y'all know me. Y'all know where I'm about to go. But not only the physical. I feel like mental balance is so important. Checking in on your mental health. Babe, how are you feeling? How are you feeling today? Did you have at least like 2 or 3 bottles of water? Were you hydrated today, love? Were you hydrated? Did you eat? Did you eat? You ate? I'm very happy that you ate. Were you able to go for like a little walk just to clear your head? A little 10 minutes exercise is really great for mental and physical health. You weren't able to, that's totally fine. You chilled today, that's good because you gave yourself rest. It's very important to rest, rehydrate, and reboot yourself every day. Mwah. You feel what I'm saying? That was our check-in. That was our check-in. Because I know sometimes we don't always check in with ourselves. I know myself, and I know things that inspire me. And when I don't always feed that, it's not as my creativity doesn't feel as readily available. Like I feel like I've been feeding back into myself truly, because I've just been in a healing process. I've just been allowing myself to take my time to heal, because like it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Life is hard. Life is really hard sometimes. Not my life right now. No jokes, but just like everything going on in the world is so hard. Waking up every day, especially if you're living in the US, and not like other people aren't going through it too. It's just our society is just so riddled with just so much fear and misunderstanding right now, and people just want to feel like they're being heard and they're being listened to. And sometimes you gotta be that listening ear and that voice for yourself. It's hard to feel like you are important and you're valued in the world when you don't have people in your face telling it to you 25/8. And sometimes people can be doing that and it just seems like routine, and sometimes we can allow ourselves to perceive things and from a place from our own projections, and then we end up devaluing that love that is there, or we're just not able to recognize it as deeply as we would if we were in a place where we felt that within ourselves. So let me break that down. A lot of times when we don't feel that wholeness within ourselves, or we don't feel mentally balanced and just in a more positive space, we're human. It happens. It's very easy to then look at everything that you encounter from that perspective. It's very easy to look at someone brushing your shoulder as someone wanting to push you off the sidewalk. Does that help? You feel what I'm saying? Like it's very easy to make small things big. And I'm preaching to myself right now because I was very much. You see the ADHD. You see how it works. But it's okay because we still get all the information. But no, like I feel like, especially me, because I know I'm such a understanding person. I sometimes can allow myself to feel pushed to the side. And that may not actually be what's really happening. But I've learned something about myself that I forgive, but I never forget. And it's really hard because it's just like, it's not even forget in the present tense, it's forget everything that I've dealt with. And I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to learn those lessons and remember those lessons so they don't happen again. But it's hard to draw the line at, okay, where am I maybe reading too much into something and allowing myself to escape the joy of the present. You feel what I'm saying? I'm learning to be open hearted like I used to. And one thing that's been able to help me get back to this point is just taking the time to really learn myself and what triggers me and what makes me feel uncomfortable. And at what point do I feel like I need to voice my opinion with certain situations, just that I deal with or that I would deal with. And I will point when it's like, okay, Carol, this is not that deep, let it go. I think learning how to have balance between the two is scary for me because in the past, I would be seeing things from a perspective that I'm comfortable with, and then I almost ignore what I'm not supposed to ignore in order to maintain that balance. But is that really balance if you're just suppressing stuff? And it's like, looking back, I really see how I could have avoided a lot of things if I didn't ignore a lot of things. And I know it sounds like I'm speaking in code, but it's not. It's just what it is. It's because it didn't happen just one or two times, but I had this pattern of where I would give more of myself in hopes of this version of reality that I want to happen in my head would just be granted to me. Like, oh, I just have to keep doing this, that, and God will just be like, okay, you've earned it. That's it. I felt like I had to earn love. I felt like I had to earn love. I felt like I had to earn love. And I I have a lot of ideas of where that comes from. I have a lot of ideas of where that comes from because it's not just one situation, but oftentimes we can allow certain things in our lives that have happened to us to condition us into believing that we have to earn love. And I know my situation is not unique because there are so many people that literally either alienate themselves from love or like just throw themselves into situations they know are no good for them. That was me in the past. That's not me now. That's not me now. I don't want those problems. I felt the extent. I'm never going back. Ever. Hear me? Never going back. But back to it. Like, I used to really believe that I could earn love. And it wasn't that I was trying to, because, like, you wouldn't work so hard for something that you think would be fleeting, you know? And I think just because for so long I felt like I had to prove a point just to be able to be me and to feel like I can be accepted as just being me and choosing what I choose in life, that I almost felt like I had to always prove that all my decisions were the right decisions. And I don't always make the right decisions. And I'm totally able to like admit that now. I don't always make the right decisions. And I've never acted like I did. I feel like I've always led with good intentions. And another thing I had to really realize is that good intentions doesn't necessarily mean that your impact always lands how you want it to. And doesn't always mean that it'll be accepted. You can have good intentions about something, and if the other person is not willing to be receptive, you have to be able to learn how to let that go. But if you know that you are in a situation, whether it be family, friends, loved ones, relationships, and it's someone that is genuinely, and you can never truly know someone's intentions. You're not God. But that's where discernment comes into play. Learning to listen to your heart and your mind in alignment. And learning to understand when people are genuine and when people have pure intentions towards you. And it's hard because in this world that we live in, it feels like so many people just live through facades. So many people trying to keep up with the image, to maintain a lifestyle, to maintain relationships, to maintain a lifestyle. It's a dreadful circle that people can get so caught up in and almost forget who they are and why they started doing what they did in the first place. Why they started, and this is for all souls, lost souls and souls trying to maintain their relationship with God alike. Trying to understand why they go, everyone's trying to understand why they go through certain extents to get what they think that, and it's obviously when you get it, you don't really think about everything that you went through to get it. You feel what I'm saying? When it's in alignment with you. But when God sometimes says no, it's like, dang, well, did I not deserve it? And maybe that's the truth. In both sense, both ways to think about it. Like maybe you weren't ready for what you were asking for just yet. So if you got it, you would lose it. But also maybe that situation didn't deserve you and all you have to offer. So it's good to be able to be realistic when it's the first option, but it's also good to be understanding and being able to appreciate your value when it's the second option and when you know you deserve better. You know? But that's not just for like dealing with other people, it's just for your own career decisions, like who you decide to stay in your life, family, friends. It can be anybody. Anybody can go but God. But like God also puts people in your life for a reason. You feel what I'm saying? Like don't miss out on blessings in the form of people because you want to be prideful or because you want to have a little attitude about something not going your way or because you are not ready to be disciplined enough to maintain that blessing. Because that's another reason why I said, like, when you're not ready for it, because a lot of times we're not disciplined enough to maintain the qualifications that God has for us, to maintain the blessings that He's called for us. And it's not like we'll never get there, but if you're not there yet, be honest with yourself. Because if you don't, then you end up risking not only hurting yourself, but other people that are tied to that blessing, tied to your destiny. And not like that can't be fixed, but why wait for a problem to be solved if it can be prevented? Huh? Why wait for a problem to be solved if it can be prevented? Okay? Yeah. Okay? Yeah. So take that with you. This is going to be a short lovers episode. But the lover's yourself, babe. This episode is all about learning to love yourself and making decisions that suit you and what you want for yourself. It does not always have to be everybody else's opinion over yours. Your opinion is valuable because it's your life. Why would God give you control over your own life if He didn't think that you were capable of maintaining it? But lean on Him. Lean not unto your own understanding, but in all things. I will finish that verse in the description. Okay? But for real, y'all have a great, 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 great great Valentine's week, my lovers and friends. Lovers and friends. And do it again. Hey. So I'm saying, so y'all have a great lovers week. Remember, love comes in so many different forms. I love you. Can you read it right? I love you. You love me. Let's get together and start a family. That's for my boo, not for all y'all. Just kidding. Whoa. I was so kidding. Too soon. If you get that, you get that. Oh, jeez. Okay. But yeah, y'all have a great rest of your week. I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much. You are loved. You are valued. You are appreciated. And make this week your week. Take yourself out if you don't have any plans. Take yourself out on a little date. Go find a little cute little speakeasy. Or go get some bottomless mimosas. Make sure you don't drink while driving. Get an Uber. Or get a driver. Whatever your coin. But yeah, take yourself out, get your feet done, get your nails done, come to me to get your hair done, and just have a great week. I love you guys. You deserve the best. And bye bye.